Welcome back to D&D, everyone. So, last week, you had managed to get to the last checkpoint, get the flag. You were told to make sure it doesn't hit the ground, keep it clean, keep it from getting damaged. You were then able to make your way back the trail you had followed, scouting out a small party that you weren't sure if they were your competitors or not. Made your way down the cliff face, made your way across the river with a minor bit of issues, and are finally almost to the second checkpoint on the way back. You are currently 4 leagues from checkpoint one, or from the last checkpoint to the one you are currently heading towards. What would you like to do?
What time of day was it? I don't remember.
Let's see here. It was earlier in the morning. It's just before noon.
Yeah, and then I thought we saw, or maybe Hestia saw someone was just, the other group was just ahead of us.
Yeah, Hestia saw a flutter of, she saw a flutter that might have been the banner or the flag, may not have been. You're not sure.
Did we want to just keep up the pace at this point to overtake them, and just keep having Hestia check?
Yeah, I guess we might as well keep on keeping on at this point.
Okay.
That sounds smart. Let's hustle, win this race.
All right. What pace would you like to go at?
Suicidal. No. Crushing. Brisk?
We could do brisk.
How about brisk?
All right.
Oh. So, your horses take off at a brisk pace. So, you're able to cover the next league going at a brisk pace. So, you're able to cover that league in 30 minutes. So now you're on league 5 of 9 to the second checkpoint.
Should we keep it up or check on Hestia to see how the distance looks?
She can probably do scouting runs as we move.
Yeah.
And then just report back to us every so often. Next time we have to pause to re-up the disc, perhaps.
We can do a perception check, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's keep up the pace.
Okay. So you travel one more league, 6 of 9 to the next checkpoint, at which point 30 minutes pass, the full hour passes, and the disc dissipates. Lucian would need to ritual cast the disc again, which I'm assuming he's going to try. Yeah. As for Hestia, who would like to roll for Hestia?
I guess I can. I don't know what her perception is. Like the bonus.
It's just an owl gets a plus 1
with advantage.
Yeah. It gets plus 3.
All right, I'll just roll 20 and then plus 3.
Yeah.
Twice, because it's advantage.
Oh, good.
A little bit better.
Hestia doesn't see anything.
Hestia's gonna cataracts.
Listen, this has been my week.
This area's a little
one
thick with forests. So Hestia doesn't see anything within the actual forest, but 10 minutes pass and Lucian's disc is recast. You're going to keep going?
Yes.
Okay. Brisk pace still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You cover the next 2 leagues without issue, so you're on League 8 of 9. You can see just over the horizon the red smoke from the second checkpoint.
There's the roll.
All right. So you stop. Lucian begins to cast the disc again. If you'd like, you can try and roll for Hestia again.
All right, here we go.
Okay,
That's
14. Hestia still doesn't really see much. The area here, she does see the red smoke, no problem, and the small clearing where that checkpoint is. But beyond that, she doesn't see any of your competitors.
Alright.
Zorse is fine. Zorse is undead and doesn't need to worry about, getting tired. Sir Reggie is starting to get tired. Otto, can you go ahead and just give Sir Reggie a con save, please?
Do I just use mine?
No. He would be a warhorse.
What is his?
A warhorse gets a constitution. Just roll a d20 plus 1. Reggie's a little tired and could use some rest, but he isn't considered to be exhausted. If you were to keep up with this pace, however, he would definitely get exhausted.
Just give him a nice stroke. Lather him a bit. Is that what you do? You lather a horse?
I think they get lathered
Oh,
like
right.
running.
That's right. That's like them getting sweaty, right? Okay.
So how many more brisk paces would it take before he gets that exhaustion?
Probably he could go another league, and then he would definitely need to make another con save.
Then it's just he has to go normal pace until he.
He would need to take a long rest if he wanted to recover his exhaustion. You could try going at a slower pace to see, but currently he's. You can see him breathing pretty heavy.
And slower pace would institute just our normal pace, right?
Yep.
That's fine. We can do that until.
Yeah, we can take a breather.
Yeah.
All right.
We're big on horse rights here at the Cross Blades.
I feel like these guys are cutting through the woods anyway.
Okay. So you're just going to go at a brisk pace or a regular pace for the next.
Regular.
Okay.
Regular, yeah.
All right. Otto. Yeah. So Otto gets back into Sir Reggie. Everybody else mounts up, gets on the disc, takes off at a slower pace. This area is definitely like kind of heavier with a bit of the forest, thick tree limbs, roots popping up from the ground. Can Otto and Graham give me animal handling checks, please?
Yes. 1 moment.
Of course.
Just get the low rolls out first. All right. The roots do slow everything down a bit. The thick forest. So it takes an hour to get that last league done, just like you're on foot. But after that, you do arrive at the checkpoint. You can see the red smoke in the horizon, and the person with the you've seen them before. Like, you had actually reported the trick to this guy with the Yep.
The fake wolves.
Yeah. Good. Crossblades checking in. Let's see here. All right. Well,
Obviously, we're first.
maybe.
Yeah.
What you ask? I just had gotten a text.
Well, Fiffle said.
Fiffle's just hyping us.
Yeah, Fiffle was saying that you were first, and he just said, maybe.
We could insight that, but
I don't insight that. I mean, I might as well keep getting all these bad rolls out of the way.
All right. Yeah, Otto, go ahead and roll an insight, please.
I will say roll 20 seems to trend really, really low unless it's throwing 20s at you.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's hard to get a read on this guy. He's, obviously not supposed to tell you what he knows. So he's, definitely attempting to keep information from you.
Use the rules.
All right, so you have arrived at that checkpoint. Let me see here.
Can I perception to see if there's anybody besides us that's gone through here? Like, like brown, like footprints?
Uh, yeah, you could do a survival.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop eating things.
Uh, in this area, yeah, especially with that 18, you do see that there are different footprints, boots that would be from different people, size and shape. You can see it. Some are deeper and wider, indicating like a taller, heavier person. Some are short and small, maybe a smaller person, like a halfling or a gnome. And you also see a lot of hoof prints that would be, you would say, deer prints.
Ah,
Hmm.
interesting.
So if it's done, they're on.
Is it the weird freaky thing that wants to eat our souls?
No, these are regular deer prints.
It could be that, like, I don't know, they could have like domesticated some wild deer as mounts. That's why they're able to keep up, especially if they're cutting through the woods.
Yeah, I mean, we got to expect they've got at least the same level of shenanigans available to them that we do. So
I don't know if they have an undead deer though.
it's probably a not undead deer, just a regular
Deer.
deer of the living persuasion.
So we win that one.
Mine's better.
But
Feels no
yeah,
pain or emotion.
the prints here are pretty fresh. You can tell that like the wind hasn't like caused them to get kind of swept away and become older. So they definitely look like they were relatively recent.
Yeah, that's my next question. Can I tell within like a time frame?
Not a time frame, just that they're at least that they're fresh. You'd probably say make a nature check.
Also, Rami got shipwrecked
yeah.
by getting the COVID vaccine again,
Ah,
Yeah,
shoot.
the vaccine drop kicked them.
Oh well,
which makes sense. He
Yeah.
is rebuilding his entire fucking immune system.
fair enough. Well, we'll catch him up next time.
I mean, he's better off feeling like shit now than actually contracting it. And
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
For reference, this is not his first time. Well, it might be, if only because of the timing. He's got to get all of his vaccinations again. Total.
Oh,
Because
so
of
he's doing,
chemo.
oh wow.
yeah.
They literally factory reset his immune system.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But better to get the vaccine, and then either don't have to worry about getting COVID, or if you do, it's generally going to lower your symptoms a lot.
Boy, howdy! I sure wish my coworkers understood that shit.
All right. Anyway, so with a 13, oh no, you're not 100%. They're definitely fresh. You would put it within maybe half a day's time. So it could be anywhere from like an hour to, let's say, 6 hours old.
Okay.
Well, we ought to pick up the pace as often as possible on our
Yeah.
way back.
How's Sir Reggie looking?
He is feeling better. He's definitely not breathing as hard. Since he had that like kind of hour of just a very, for him, slower walk.
Yeah.
He telepathically he's saying like, I can keep going, I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go.
If he's good, let's do it. And I guess I'll like let him know if you're not feeling it. Let me know.
I'm always feeling it.
Right.
All right, so he okay. So you're heading back to the third checkpoint, and then from there to Vexval. I think if that's my notes are correct. So yeah, you cover what pace do you want to go at for this first bit?
He's feeling it. Probably brisk.
Yeah.
Okay. So You take off at a brisk pace, covering the next league, no trouble. Cover the next league, and Reggie's like, I'm good, but can you make a con save for Reggie?
Man.
Yeah,
Damn.
he just hit the wall. He's passed. He just got his second wind. He's just gonna take like a quick breather while Lucian resummons the disc.
He just throws up by the side of the road.
He's mad. He's starting like, I'm gonna show you.
Nah, he's like a dog in a horse's body. So he's like,
Yeah.
I'm good. Let's keep running. I like it. Squirrel.
I don't be hungry later. Super hungry. Give me all the
Alright.
kibbles.
Give me. You got any of them sausages? All right, so yeah, you are able to. Yeah, Reggie's fine. He's like definitely like not in any trouble.
He has transcended his mortality.
Well, technically, he's an angel
Yes.
horse dog.
Yeah, he's transcended his angel mortality.
He's an angel. He's an angel horse dog.
Yeah.
All right,
Soon-
so.
Soon he'll grow like wings and just like start like flying across the sky.
Actually, yeah, eventually with the Fine Greater Steed spell, you can.
I cannot wait.
Well, that one's a little off. That's like I think 13th level paladin spell. I can't remember the exact one, but it's definitely like further down the line. But okay. So yeah, Lucian is resummoning the disc. If anybody would like to roll for Hestia, you're able to do so with advantage.
All right, 2. Here we go. 1,
Okay.
16.
Hestia actually, with that 16, does see that there are a group of 5 people. Looked like they're riding, something 4 foot. Does see the horn, so she would think it's a deer or an elk or something of that nature. It definitely sees like the fluttering of a banner. They are about an hour ahead of you, so you think they're like maybe 2 to 3 miles at most, and they're at a trotting pace, so they're definitely not going very fast. Not sure if it's because
Fatigue or what?
yeah, you're not sure, but
I'm saying this out of character so you don't actually like use this. Have Hestia do like a fire touch on her banner and burn it. So have to go back.
well, unfortunately, she can't do that more than 100 feet away.
No, I'm saying if we had gotten that close.
Dive bombed by an owl that sets your shit on fire. What a way to
I can
go.
see
Ain't nobody
Morrow
got
trying-
that. Ain't no Hestia got no fire touch. What you talking about?
I was gonna say I could see Morrow like trying to like fix his stuff, and he's like, "You want to do what?"
She
So
could,
he
on the
straps
to-do
some
list.
explosive charges. We make a little plastic vest for Hestia, and we fly her right into the middle.
well,
It's on the to-do list for spell list. I don't have any touch spells right now.
you did at one point have a little bit of black powder in Hank,
Oh yeah.
but you stuffing him full of snow and then it melting inside of him has
Probably washed it out.
I was just like, what are we gonna do? Throw Hank at them? He's gonna just start eating all their hands.
Remember, when we store chemicals inside Hank, we need to, put them in a rubber balloon. or
Holding
something.
bag.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get our drugs across the border if we don't have a balloon for them.
I could just imagine somebody like sticking their hand into like Chungus's fanny pack and it's like, this is really deep. Hank's just like, thank you.
I'm working on it. I'm doing my kegels. Just slowly remove the hand.
That's not something like any border agent ever thought. He's like, I'm gonna reach into this bag, and then the bag talks to him.
It's fine.
All right.
We don't want to completely exhaust ourselves, but at the moment we're only risking Otto's horse, Reginald. So we could hypothetically, if he was exhausted because he's a magic horse, we could either unsummon him or part ways with him, and then just sprint it and then summon him back later.
If we need to, I'm always game for that. I think I did recover my spells anyway from the rest at some point.
Do we want to go full tilt because we're a little behind these guys, or do we want to save some gas and then try to push through more later?
How far are we from Boxball? Do we have an idea?
Yeah, you're about 16 leagues.
So there's a good amount of race left.
We can hold it as like our final hurrah if we need to.
Yeah, we don't want to like exhaust ourselves and lose more time, relatively speaking. On the other hand, we are literally behind, so I would say maybe at least match their trot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So following the trail that you had previously gone, you enter into a section that is a little swampy. Now that the snow has melted, you can definitely see that it looks more like might be like a peat bog. The area is like muddy, where before it was the mud had kind of like frozen and was more sturdy. So it's definitely taking a little bit of trouble to like move through. Attempting to go to trot this way is going to take a lot longer. And the horses are starting to sink in. Their hooves are kind of like sinking in.
Is there a visible alternative way that won't take us through this mud?
You could make a survival check to see if you can find like a section that's less muddy and boggy.
Yeah, I don't want a never-ending story, Zorse.
Yeah. I'm also looking too. So do I roll too?
Well, you could roll helping.
Yeah.
So he can roll an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will roll one more time, and then I got to run to the bathroom. So
Okay.
if you're gonna murder something,
That's a little better. You find a path that isn't as muddy. Zorus sinks in a little bit.
aw, it's all right, buddy. Give him a soft, gentle pat.
On his bone nose.
His bows.
And
So-
Graham is perfectly like not freaked out by riding a corpse. And I'm not sure if the others are worrying about that, but he's just like happy as a clam.
Okay. The other thing you are noticing is while you found a section that is less, like it's less wet, the mud is a little firmer, and you're able to like kind of guide them. It would be about an hour, so like at a walking pace to get through it. You're also noticing you're feeling kind of thirsty.
Yeah.
Unnaturally thirsty?
No, just like you haven't really had a lot of water throughout the day.
Haven't had a sippy. So we should probably maybe forage while we're there, but I will be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
I just pooped.
Congratulations.
I just imagine Chungus saying that.
That
You're just
makes
like-
it happened IRL.
Can we just keep up the pace and keep an eye out for any water we might need? Then?
You
Go to
could.
the, yeah.
Wait, Rent. He's a hobo.
All right. So yeah, you cover the next league making your way through the bog, following this like trail a little bit. This trail would lead southeast, um, instead of like the straight south you had gone previously.
Hmm. Is there any chances available for us to start like straightening up toward the south? Did we see while we're doing this?
Make another survival check, please.
I assume that
If Graham is helping you, yeah, you can roll
yeah,
with
I'm assuming he would
advantage.
have helped me, so I'll do it twice.
Yeah. You find a path that is 1 second. You find a path that is taking you. It goes a little farther southeast,
Super glue it is.
and it will straighten down to the south after a point. The other thing you find is a second path that is immediately going south. So the path that goes southeast for a ways and then goes south, from what you can see, is firm, packed dirt. This path that goes directly south is muddy and definitely a lot wetter, and is going to be a lot harder to make your way through.
Let's take the firm one because then we can pick up the pace again and make up the difference.
Okay. So you're able to travel another league. So you're on League 3 of 9 to the final checkpoint. Let me just do this. Okay. This definitely is a lot firmer, but it's taking you east for a ways before kind of curving a bit more south.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to cover that 30 minutes, no trouble. You cover the next league without issue as well, traveling very far to the south. At this point, yeah, it does straighten down, and it is, from what you can tell, maybe more or less a straight shot towards the checkpoint.
Right. So we should just keep this up and keep up at a brisk pace as long as we can.
Okay. All right, so you travel another league south. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. This area flattens out a bit. It's definitely very. It's still got trees around. You can see small camps. You're starting to see various hunting cabins again. The trail you followed is not strictly familiar to you because it is not the path you followed heading north. It's a few miles away from it, but you do see like the different hunting cabins. You see some small little villages that are maybe just a couple of housing, things like that. The area itself is rather quiet and calm. It's around this point that it's about 5-6 p.m.
Can we do a perception with Hestia?
Yep, Hestia can go ahead. Okay. Yeah, Hestia definitely sees the other team. She can see very clearly because they're very close to you. They're within half a mile, she would estimate. And she can see the deer they're riding. She can see the banner. She can see all 5 of the members. It's somebody who's heavily armored, very tall person. Somebody who's wearing a cloak with a staff. She sees the member who has like kind of like a grass covering and a grass hood pulled up over their head, with a kind of curved wooden club. She sees somebody who's just wearing like a dark cloak and is holding a crossbow in one hand, and she sees somebody who's wearing like looks like studded leather armor, the iron circlet on their head, and they are holding a mace and they have a cape with a symbol that she's not familiar with. But those are the these are the 5 members that you had seen when you took off at Vaxfall.
Okay. Do they look like they're getting ready to settle down, or are they look like
Nope, they're pushing still. It's also at this point you are very thirsty. Everyone is very thirsty. You haven't had any water for the entire day.
Is there any water in the area?
Make a survival check.
Can I assist?
You can make separate. You can make separate checks in this case.
Go Otto.
Otto's able to find a small. Looks like a small spring.
Hooray! Let us bathe our faces and drink of the spring.
Yep.
And frolic, and sing, dance.
As you approach the spring, you hear a voice, like a very kind of high-pitched voice, call to you. Ah! What are you doing at Miss Spring?
Trying not to die of thirst.
Get a drink.
You see it is a short man, about gnome height, a long white beard down to his stomach. He has this long pipe he's smoking from, long white hair. He has on a kind of motley of colors, greens and blues.
Big Bombadil.
Curly shoes.
Shoo.
No, that's my spring. Would you like to drink?
We're thirsty, mister.
Everyone's thirsty. What are you thirsty for?
Water.
Yeah, we just don't want to die. Dehydration.
Oh, what you give me to drink at Miss Spring?
We can't understand you, sir.
What will you give me?
Pieces. I'm like, here's some gold.
No, I don't like gold. It's itchy.
What?
It don't taste good.
Right.
What you in the market for, fella?
Do you have any lead?
Lead. Do we have any lead?
Lead.
Do you have any skulls?
I'm gonna insight this guy.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, he's definitely difficult to get a read on. He does not seem like he is necessarily operating on the same kind of pattern as everyone else.
Fuck, it's Mr. McSiddlepick. Except he's guarding a spring. Alright. Well, let me see what I got.
I don't appear to have any lead.
What would qualify as lead? I don't think I have any.
I know what you can have. I know what I know what I need from you.
This pack has some ball bearings. I don't know if they're lead though.
I have everything I want from you. Drink deep.
Oh, what did he do to us?
Nothing.
I'm inciting that.
Go
I
ahead.
drink a lot.
I'm not ready. Let's go.
Okay. He wants you. Basically, he's decided on what he wants to take from you, and he is offering basically drink from the water, and I'll take what I want. Chungus drinks from the water.
Wait. Oh no.
Chungus, how deeply do you drink from the water?
I completely satiate my thirst.
Okay.
And then some.
Chungus.
And then I fill my water bags with with water too.
Ooh,
This is taking the penalty for everybody.
Oh, you're a thirsty boy, aren't you? He pats Chungus on the back.
I am a big boy, mister.
Well, Chungus, you're actually not as big as you once were.
Oh dear.
You're shrunk a couple inches. Your clothes are a little baggy.
Forest spirits.
Hank has kind of is a loose on your waist. Chungus, you're kind of feeling fresh faced.
Oh no.
Wrinkles you had are gone. Any
he
facial
de-aging?
hair is like kind of wispy and just more peach fuzz. Yeah, Chungus, you're back to like 17.
Oh,
Fountain of Youth.
I'm a young man again.
Fountain of Youth.
If Graham can get a sense that this is going on, just kind of looking at him, you're taking our years back?
I mean, mister, you didn't take something from me. You gave me back my youth. I feel
Yeah.
as young and strapping as a teenager.
And you'll feel that way too. Well, you'll be a baby soon. All right, have fun.
Wait, what, mister?
Oh, you had a big drink. You'll be a baby soon.
Oh, man. Did you put a silly curse on me, mister?
No, I took your years. You see, I want to be old. And so I took how old you were, and I added it onto me, and I'm going to go to my friends, and I'm going to say, look how old I got. And then I say, very good. Very good.
Is there anything
Well-
we could do to convince you to not turn Chungus into a complete
Yeah, I
literal
mean,
infant?
I would love to go through my whole life again and probably have a better youth. I was a slave and a gladiator in my childhood, which was quite horrible.
Do you have any
But I
skulls?
don't really want to be a baby, mister. That sounds like an inconvenience for my friends.
Do you have any skulls?
I mean, what kind of skulls would you like?
Do you have a skull in your head? I could take
sure
it.
do.
Ooh.
No, I need that one. I'll get you another skull, though.
Are there skulls in any other heads?
I can get you a deer skull.
No. He and we don't like each other. He's a jerk.
I reckon I could have told you that.
He plays his silly little pranks. He'll send you voices. He'll rip out your heart. He'll tie your shoelaces together. Really, not, boring pranks.
What are we talking about?
The deer god.
But your friend don't want to be a baby, even though he was a slave.
I don't want to be a baby, mister.
So,
But it's
if
so
they
much
like each
fun.
other,
I was a
can we
baby
just
once.
help him get rid of the deer god so he doesn't have to worry about him being in his way all the time?
Nah. Professional courtesy.
Fair enough.
Do you want to drink from me,
what-
spring?
What if Chungus vomits up the water? Throw up the water, Chungus.
Well, I need to give back the water, mister.
What can you give me? Oh, I've been saying what I want. What do you have to give me? For my water and your years. And remind you,
He's gonna pull out some metal daggers and darts and
He doesn't
a
want
small
any-
knife that he's been carrying since the onset.
What else
An
do I
ink
have?
pen to see if any of those metals
Ooh,
are
Ink
interesting.
pen sounds good.
pulls out the pen. Sticks it in his chest. Ooh, that's a walking around pen. I'll give your friend back 1 year life.
How do you like incense? Because I happen to have some funerary stuff here. Pull out a block of incense.
Chungus doesn't need to make a death save.
Lucian casts suggestion and suggests that he count that 1 year instead for 20.
Doesn't
Seems ill-advised.
work on this guy. Ooh, aren't we a funny little kitten? Pat, 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 pat.
I offer him 100 ball bearings from my bag of ball bearings.
Ball bearings, eh? He takes the ball bearings and he eats one.
Milk duds.
Could use some salt, but not bad. Alright, I'll give your friend back 100 years. Chungus, you are
I think that's
beginning.
more than he started with.
Mister, I was only about, I don't know how old was Chungus.
I think he was like 20 something.
Mister, I was only 25 years old. How about you just give me back the correct amount of years? Is that too much to ask for?
But I don't have any change to give. I don't want to give any of the ball bearings back.
This is gonna end with a
You don't-
Tower
you
of
don't have
Hanoi
to.
puzzle.
Lucian puts on
you
the
give
creepy
Chungus back his
Klevik mask.
amount of years. We get to drink some water without getting cursed, and you have some ball bearings to snack on. We'll call it.
I have an idea. I'll take your friend's years as he's aging, and I'll keep the ball bearings, and you can drink from his spring.
Basically, Chungus is gonna be 25 for the rest of it forever.
Does that make sense to anyone else? I'm dumb.
Chungus, is that okay with you? Would you prefer to not age?
I mean, like a vampire?
I guess.
You'll look the same.
I've always wanted to be a vampire.
We'll let you wear the cape.
Don't say that out loud, Chungus.
Oh, I know a vampire. Do you want to
That's
get...
fucking crazy, man.
Can I have the Glivik mask?
What's that?
Ah,
What would you need?
you recognize that feller's handiwork?
Yeah,
This is a
Colty.
good friend of mine. He gave me this.
Oh, he's no one's good friend.
Well, we have an agreement.
Oh, I could wear it on the back of my head so people don't sneak up behind you.
And you'd give my friend his years back.
I'll give him 200 years. He'll be old. You could go to the ball and everyone would say, "Oh, look how old he is."
No.
I
Just
mean,
spell the
mister,
magic and you can
I'd
have
like
some.
to just be the age that I am, if that's not asking too much.
And then someone will say something you don't like.
Would you like a ball bearing?
Okay.
He hands one to you.
I don't eat these,
Suit yourself.
mister. Listen. Why don't I give you like a back rub or something?
Oh, I don't have a back.
Mister, why don't I introduce you to my friend Hank? Maybe you guys can talk for a little while. You seem like you get along. Hank, talk to this guy, please.
Hey, I'm Hank.
Actually, a really good
Hank
suggestion.
likes to eat hands like you, mister.
I don't like hands. They're icky.
Oh, then you two guys won't get along, actually.
Yes, they will.
Chungus, who is this guy? He's weird.
I don't actually know if he's a guy or not, but
His protrusion
I
into
think
this
he's going to
dimension
curse
is
me
being
and kill
big.
me, either by making me real old or real young. But one way or the other, I'm probably going to die here, Hank. So it's been nice knowing you.
Can I, Chungus?
Can you swallow this guy?
If you put him in me, yeah, I can swallow him good. But like,
Hank's just like such a game. He's just always game, you know.
He's very agreeable,
He
dude.
rolls with
He's got a can-do attitude.
what?
a can chew attitude.
Yeah, you, spring guy, go get inside Hank. Nom, nom, nom.
It's wide.
Yeah, did that work?
Okay.
Is that something you ever want to try, mister? Getting inside a little fanny pack?
He crawls inside Hank.
Okay.
Chungus, what do I do now?
Going in there, mister.
Do I eat him?
Are you still alive? What happens if? Wait, where's my curse at right now? And my curse.
Yeah, you're
is-
gonna turn into a baby.
Hank just crunches down.
Oh God.
You wanted me to eat him, right?
Phil just looks on.
Rightly no.
Complete shock.
Oh, sorry.
Hank, I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't exactly know where we left off with him regarding whether I was cursed or not.
I think you're cursed, Chungus, but that's all right.
No,
When you
never
die,
mind.
can I eat your hands? It's the most
Absolutely.
honorable
Even
thing
if
I
it's a
can do.
baby hand.
Ugh, I don't like. I don't eat babies.
I don't eat veal.
What are you implying, Chungus?
Alright.
Oh, that was fun. I haven't been eaten before. That's a new one for me.
Well,
You see
Where-
the
where
you
did
see
that
this
come-
small gnome-like figure back on his rock in front of the spring.
I don't suppose
Mister,
the novelty
what
of being
are
eaten
you?
was worth some free swigs from the spring without the aging and de-aging and whatnot.
Graham, make a persuasion check.
I will try a persuasion check.
Yeah, I guess you did give me something new. And I can always go to my friends and I can be like, oh, I got eaten. And they'll be so jealous. So I have a couple swigs. If you're a friend there, I'll put him at a lovely... I don't know. What's a good age for
I
you?
could give you 5 years of my life if you want, mister. It doesn't mean nothing to me.
Yeah! 20 years old for a
20
year.
something Chungus.
You can't drink,
It
love.
don't mean nothing to me.
Not legally.
I mean, does anybody gonna believe that Chungus is now 20 years old though? They're just gonna give him beer.
Look at how giant I am and strong.
Chuggus, you're back to your original height.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, mister.
Thank you for the ball bearings. Oh, and if you have any good skulls, just send them my way. They make a nice crunch when you bite into them.
Understood.
Is there any way to contact you if we find any nice calls?
No.
Fair enough.
Well, I reckon we better load up and get on the road then.
Can I have the cultite mask? I want to wear it on the back of my head. He puts the mask on the back of his head. Ha! Now they can only sneak up from my side, see?
Those aren't real eyes, mister.
Not now, of course. I'm
Let's get away from this guy as fast as we can.
You're pretty weird and creepy, mister.
That's nice of you to say, sir. Thank you.
Y'all take care now. We're
Yep. Take care now, sir.
backing away.
Again. You have a great day.
He
It was really nice to meet you, and I'm being honest.
slowly lowers himself into the spring.
I hope you enjoy your bath, mister.
I'm just imagining he's like the Folgers Happy Morning Sun Sprite people.
He's definitely like a demon of some kind.
Oh yeah, this thing is like a new level
A
of
spirit.
not to be
Yeah, a
fucked with.
spirit. A treacherous spirit that we don't want to fight.
Well, we
Whimsical forest spirits are
very
probably.
much.
He's a trickster,
It's just not something you would fuck with.
yeah.
You are successful in negotiating both Chungus's. Well, Chungus is a little younger. You gave him 100 ball bearings, a culty mask, and he gave you water from his spring. So now no one is thirsty. The water.
Is the water just regular water now?
It tastes very sweet. It definitely has like a nice kind of mineral flavor from like one of those like really nice like wells you can go to, like that those, you know, those good mineral waters you can get that are expensive. Very cold, very refreshing, but it doesn't taste like it's poisoned or there's anything bad inside of it.
Piffle sniffs it.
It
Doesn't smell cursed.
Well, I reckon we ought to get going.
Away.
Olay.
Away.
Okay. It's definitely darker now. The sun has just below the horizon. There's the barest amount of light left.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get far away from this guy before we make camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
We want to make some
far
we wanna,
away.
like push on a little bit more until it's a little darker.
Might not be a bad idea.
Guys, can we please never see that man again?
I hope
We're gonna
so,
try,
buddy.
Chungus.
That was the scariest moment of my life.
That was even worse when I saw a bug in the kitchen one morning.
And I stepped on a caterpillar that time wearing socks.
Aww.
Quel horror.
It does sound bad.
It was. I was but a boy.
All right. So you want to continue on?
How dark is it now? What
At
time is
least
it?
a league or two before we make camp.
Yeah,
right?
not like a long time, just like to make up some time that we'd lost here.
Okay. I mean, you only spent like 10 minutes here. Enough for Lucian to recast the disc.
Let's go until the dusk dissipates again.
Okay. So you travel another 30 minutes. You're not really sure where you are. While you do have the goggles and you have Graham's candle, the darkness is making it kind of difficult to tell where exactly you are. So just go ahead and make a survival roll to see if you can pick up your trail, or at least any trail.
I was going to assist, so he can roll again.
Yep, go ahead.
Eh.
Yeah, you do find a small trail. You're not sure if it's the one you had started on, but it's definitely looks like maybe a small footpath that gets used every once in a while. It has some overgrowth to it, but for the most part, it does let you pass through. So you spend 30 minutes traveling down that way. Go ahead and do one more survival roll to see if you can just stay on the trail in the dark.
All right, I will assist on that too. So.
Oh, reroll.
Can you reroll that at least?
Yeah. Graham, you're able to pick up the trail very easily. And follow down this small footpath that leads you along a more thin section of the forest. You do see tall grass growing around here, so it's not getting choked out by the trees. And you're able to make your way down this for another 30 minutes. The disc dissipates, at which point you are not 100% sure where you are, just that you're on a section that does see a little foot traffic at least once in a while.
Okay. Well, it's headway.
Hestia sees in the dark, right?
Hestia can see in the dark, yes. For a distance of...
Can we see if, like, we see the other group from here or the location we're headed toward?
Let's see here. She can... Yeah, she has dark vision out to 120 feet. So if you'd like to, you could roll with Hestia.
Okay.
Yeah. Hestia sees out 120 feet. Doesn't quite see, like, too much out beyond that, but she does at least see that the area is some place you have sort of traveled through before. But that's really about it. I mean, that's a really good roll with the 20 and 18, but it's just because it's dark.
Yeah. I was going to see, like, could the smoke actually be visible, like, slightly for her?
She would sort of see, like, the outline of the smoke coming from the checkpoint. It's about 5 leagues ahead.
Okay. But we know in which direction we'd have to go then. Okay.
Yep.
No, progress is progress.
Yep.
Do we want to try to go some more hours slower just to try to make up more time?
We can without getting ourselves in, like, a pickle.
That is the question.
That is a big question.
You can find out.
To
What
fuck
time is it
around
right
is
now?
human. To find out is divine.
About what time is it right now?
About 8. Like, your little orb of time would tell you that, yes, it's night.
Yeah. If we go, it's going to just be one more hour. That's about it.
Yeah, but it might make a difference depending. We're relatively fresh as individuals. Like, the only things that we've really taxed out are the horses, so we might be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Let's go another hour.
Okay.
And we'll go slow instead of, like, sprinting in the dark.
Okay. Traveling forward, you continue on. Going slow, it does take, another hour. The horses are pretty exhausted. Go ahead and auto give Sir Reggie a con save. just because he's basically been moving more or less nonstop the entire day. Yeah, he's exhausted. He gets 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
And this is an hour later, right?
Yep. But you're able to cover another league, so you're
Yeah, so he'll lose it after we rest.
all right, so you're taking a long rest.
Seems like the time.
Yep.
Okay. Getting off the saddle for... Actually, you've been on the saddle for a while now. Everyone's pretty sore. Chungus is less sore because he's been on the disc, but you know he's...
And he aged backwards and then forward.
And then backwards again a little bit.
His bones probably
I'm a little bit more
fucking
stressed out than normal, too. I'm tired and a little on edge.
Hey, Chungus.
I don't want to go to my room. Wait, shit, I'm an adult.
Hey,
Well,
Chungus.
how old am I? I don't fucking know.
Chungus, it's me, Hank.
Oh, Hank, hey. Hey, Hank, I want to let you know you really got me through it back there, buddy. Without you, I don't know what I would have done.
Oh, good. Hey, who
How
was
did
that
you
guy?
Push down on that guy's bones.
Oh, it was fun. I liked eating him, but then he disappeared out of my tummy, and so, you know...
I mean to ask you, though, did you get any gratification out of that experience at all?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would have liked to have digested him, because I'm, you know, because, like, you know, I ate him, and then it disappeared from my tummy. And
we were upset for you.
that's like, you know, you ever eat, like, a meal, and then it just goes right through you, and you're hungry again? It's like that.
That happens to me all the time. It's called diarrhea.
Ah. I don't know if I poop,
Happens to us
Chungus.
humans, too. Happens to us, I'm sorry, humans. Us humanoids.
I don't...
Please don't cancel me. I didn't mean to be exclusionary.
Chungus, I don't actually poop.
I mean, I assumed that you didn't poop, Hank. You don't seem like, you know, you have an anatomy that would accommodate.
Sorry, Hank. You don't seem like the pooping type.
Poop.
I'm very efficient, Chungus.
Yeah.
I,
You look like the type that operates at 100% efficiency.
that's impossible, Chungus. Thermodynamics. No, I operate very close to that, though.
Mr. Fusion over here.
Does your excrement just come out as a little bit of oil I rub off on my skin?
Sure, it's like a lotion that keeps you moist.
This is why my skin's always so moist and supple.
No, Chungus, I don't poop, and I don't know where it goes. Okay, I got a thing. It's
Yeah, he has no explanation for it.
I woke up one day and was like this.
Sun goes up, sun goes down. You can't explain that.
More accurately to say, I formed into existence like this. This is all I've ever known.
Well, I imagine what happened was some type of magical creature or being created you. Does
Yeah,
that sound right?
you met him.
Yeah,
He gave me to you as payment.
that's right.
I'm payment, Chungus.
You're more than that to me, Hank.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Chungus. I made the right choice, not eating your hand or finger or whatever. Even when, like, you're asleep and you sometimes stick your hand in my mouth without realizing it.
I think that it's my pants.
Yeah, and then I have to resist the urge to bite. But you're all right, Chungus.
Thanks, Hank. I think you're all right too.
Thank you. We've had ourselves a moment.
You're a great bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
See you later.
Can I get either Chungus or Hank voice doing the fear is the mind killer speech?
I'll look it up one day so I can give it to you. All right. So who's on first watch?
I'll take the first watch.
Graham will go.
Oh, okay.
We can
I don't know.
pair off.
Well, we only need one night vision person
Yeah.
per shift.
Okay. Graham and Hank, or Chungus, I mean. Yeah. I mean, you could do Hank. Who cares? Great. One of you give me just a perception check advantage.
Okay, one moment.
All right. Quiet night. You don't really see much coming through. You do hear owls. You hear various creatures in the forest kind of making their way through, but they don't come in and bother you. You're able to go through your shift without issue, and it is on to next shift. So who's on second shift?
I'll do it.
Fiffle.
Fiffle wakes up from a nightmare. Ah!
What was Fiffle's nightmare about?
He's being chased through the streets of Vaxfall by a giant ostrich.
Oh my.
Or maybe just by a regular ostrich.
I guess it would be.
I don't think it needs to be giant to be terrifying.
That's funny.
And he's like, shit. All right, I'll take this watch. Fucking ostriches. Jesus.
We're doing pairs here or just one?
Actually, Fiffle, make a history check.
History check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to tell you a little bit about the game I was in yesterday after game.
Yeah, Fiffle, you actually remember that, like, the Arwellan Empire actually did bring ostriches to Viderheim at one point, and they had become mildly invasive. So there are, in fact, ostriches in
So this is a
Viderheim.
reasonable fear to have. Okay.
Yeah. Fiffle wakes up in a cold sweat. There's a feather in his hand from the ostrich, but he looks down. It's just
slender.
it's just a feather from one of your arrows, Fiffle.
Okay.
The ostrich monster.
The dream makes it real.
Of course, who
Bird of
knows?
the game, you bird for real.
Anything can happen in Viderheim, if it's amusing to me.
An ostrich monster.
It's great having an ancient, high-tech, fallen empire in your setting. So you could just do fucking invasive ostriches in Iceland. Fuck y'all kids.
Technically, it's Norway. Actually, it's Norway, Australia.
Australia.
Uh-huh.
But so it's Fiffle and who else on watch, or just Fiffle by himself?
Probably a night vision person like Chungus could go on watch with Piffle.
Yeah.
I think Chungus did the night watch with Graham, did he not? Or was that somebody else?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So one of you two just roll perception at advantage.
That's going to be you, Jeremy. You roll the perception.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let me do the thing real quick. So it is once again quiet night. Air's cool, but not as cold as it had been. No precipitation. You can definitely hear the animals rummaging around. Kind of hear like the owls hooting. Various wings flapping. But yep, your watch passes without incident. On to the last few. Who would it be anyway?
Otto and I don't know.
Lucian?
Sure, I can roll advantage.
Okay. All right. Yep, you do see the sun begin to rise and birds are beginning to chirp. Nothing has interrupted your rest, and the watch has passed without incident. It is now morning. Everyone has the benefit of a long rest. Sir Reggie recovers his level of exhaustion. And you are free to continue.
So we've got 14-ish leagues left.
13, I believe.
13. Okay. Let's go fast.
Okay.
Probably brisk, but not like sprint. So we could probably sprint the ending if we get close enough.
Okay. So you want to travel like maybe 45 minutes to the like let's say a normal walking pace for a horse.
Yeah.
Which would be about 45 minutes for a league instead of an hour for you walking.
Not sure. We can scout with Hestia while we're getting the disc set up again and see if we can see the competition to decide what we want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Who would like to roll for Hestia?
For Hestia.
Yeah. Hestia, it is now daylight, so she does not have to worry about dark vision. She does, in fact, see that your competition is really close to you, within maybe just a couple 100 feet to the west, and slightly behind you.
Nice. Are they like trying to come up on us to attack?
Doesn't look like they noticed you. It looks like they just got like an early morning start and are already making their way with the 3 deer they've been riding.
Let's make some time. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
scoot.
What pace would you like to go at then?
Brisk again?
Yeah.
Not letting us down.
We got to be careful not to exhaust ourselves. So if Reginald starts getting tired, we'll have to dial it back down.
Yeah.
I'm ready, Otto. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, don't worry.
The dog horse.
Dorse.
We've got Dorse and Zorse.
There you go.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what lovely and whimsical things D&D can offer.
Beans and grapes were jokes and Jakes will play.
Oh, you already did that. Twice, in fact. All right. So you want to go at a brisk pace, you said?
I think so.
Okay. So you are running. Well, they're, going at a sprint, so you cover the next league in 30 minutes. Then the next league in 30 minutes, at which point the disc dissipates. You can see just over the horizon a little faint bit of red smoke.
Okay. Resummon and I was gonna do a thing, but I forgot to when I was picking spells.
I'll do the rolls for Hestia.
Okay.
What is the red smoke?
Hestia's not quite able to see where the competition is now, but she's not sure. She's just having a hard time.
Behind us, but we're not 100% sure.
Yeah. All right.
How's Reggie holding up?
Make a con save for Reggie, please. It's not gonna. He's fine.
Okay.
That's a 13, yeah.
Yeah. Reggie is, he's a little tired, but giving the 10 minutes to resummon the disc is able to let him catch his breath, so he's not exhausted or anything like that.
I'm picturing him acting like a dog in a horse's body, like rolling around on his back. Just think about that.
Yeah, he's just kind of like...
Just throws you to roll in some poop.
Hang on. Why are you like this?
Reggie's kind of like, every once in a while, leans against people for pets. But he's a horse, so it's a lot of weight. He, sits down on his butt. Or he'll, sometimes, scoot down with his butt in the air and his head on the ground, looking at you.
We gotta get your horse expressed.
And mind you, Reggie also was given, by the fact that he is divine, he has an intelligence of, I believe, 8.
Wait, is this higher than Chungus's?
I think it might match Chungus.
No, Reggie's smarter than Chungus. Chungus is a 7 for intelligence.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Intelligence of 6.
Oh,
So Chungus is a little smarter than Reggie, but Reggie is definitely smarter than a dog or a horse.
Your average dog horse.
is sentient thought still a 3 in 5th ed?
I don't remember. It definitely there's definitely some measure where you have to be a level of intelligence in order to have certain mind-altering spells affect you. So I would say yes, but it's less clear-cut, I believe.
Okay. Well, if he's in good shape, we might as well keep going, and then we can slow it way down if we tap out, and we should come out ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to go? You said you want to keep going fast?
I think so for now.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Let's go.
You cover the next next league over 30 minutes. You see the red smoke rising above in the distance. Very clear now. You continue on, covering the last league to that checkpoint. You see some people there. It's like, good. Crossblades checking in. Well, 9 leagues to Vaxfall.
What time of day is it right now?
You be about 8 a.m.
We could probably make it today if we were really lucky and pushed hard.
Yeah.
So that being said, now that we've kind of sprinted twice in a row, maybe we slow down to a normal pace or a slightly faster, like horse walk pace, just for a little bit to give Reggie time to catch his breath, and then we go fast again.
Okay. Yeah. Can you give me Reggie a con save one more time? Yeah, he's fine. He has all the energy of a dog in a horse's body.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of like energy boost over and over and over again.
He's doing his best. He's a good boy.
He does that thing where they sniff really aggressively.
So we're at the checkpoint now?
Yep.
Does it look like we're the first ones here? Like looking at the ground and...
Make a survival check.
Can I assist?
Yes, you can.
All right. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
You don't see any tracks beyond your own. You think maybe you got here first.
Sweet.
Can we cover ours as we leave?
Yeah, give me another survival check to see if you can try that. Or
Anybody gonna help me?
successfully,
yeah.
I should say.
Pretty good.
You think, yeah, you give like a good amount of padding down. Enough that it looks not like any horse hooves. Any footprints would be maybe disguised as the people actually working the checkpoint. So you're able to race some that are in like the dirt by kind of just dragging leaves over it and grass, and are able to kind of get rid of at least the horse prints. But yeah, so you're able to give it, you think, a good cover.
Sweet.
And push it again a little bit.
Okay, so you're going at just a trot.
Take a little
think-
risk. He's
I think
feeling
just.
good.
Sorry, what?
If Reggie's feeling good, like, keep risk.
Okay.
All right.
If you want to.
Traveling at a brisk pace, you cover the last. You travel 1 league over the course of 30 minutes, and then the second league over the course of 30 minutes. So you are just 7 left.
Okay. Let's I'm gonna do the Hestia thing.
Okay.
14.
Well, Hestia does see them at the exact same time. Hestia flies up 100 feet, and Lucian is seeing through Hestia's eyes. He's like, I could see them, guys. I could see them. But so can you, because the 3 deer, as he's summoning the disc again, and Hestia's seeing through her eyes, he sees the 3 deer walk into the section, like this little clearing you're all in, and they see you, and you see them.
Howdy.
Howdy. And they kind of look to each other and they look back at you. And then the deer sprint south towards Vaxfall.
All right, let's please go.
Okay. So the Lucian finishes summoning the disc. They were able to get a couple minutes ahead of you, but not too much. So go ahead, Otto and Graham make animal handling checks.
Okay. Come on.
Of course.
Jesus. Be
I mean,
nice.
Well, already screwed us.
Not so fast.
Funny enough, you enter into a section of forest that is heavily rooted, and you actually can see them kind of trying to like push their deer through. The deer are just kind of like, and they're getting a little tangled up in the branches, and they're trying to calm the deer down, and you're actually able to get ahead of them.
Oh, cool.
It's a thicker area, so it takes about 45 minutes to cover that league. But yeah, you're able to get ahead of them. So you can travel another 15 minutes. Are you attempting to... What pace are you going at?
A controlled brisk, as long as we don't.
Well, you can go stealthy, you can go normal, or you can go fast. So I'm just counting brisk as fast, if you want to call it that.
I would say maybe normal.
Yeah, normal. Just
because we'll know that they're behind us. Chances are good we'll see them come up on us again because we're this close. And that'll give us a chance to recharge energy and go for the final sprint.
Okay. Yep. So you're able to cover about a mile and a half in 15 minutes, at which point the disc dissipates.
All right. Are they anywhere in sight?
Yeah, as Lucy begins conjuring the disc, you do see them approaching from behind. They're keeping about 100, 150 feet away from you, but well within sight distance.
Okay.
So you would say, yeah, they're about 150 feet to your east.
Okay. And how many leagues about do we have left?
You have... hold on, 6.5.
Okay. Does it look beneficial to go brisk here? What's the terrain look like?
Make a perception check. Give you the immediate terrain.
Can I make one as well? Or
yes.
Assist?
Yeah, you can both make one.
Oh, can I reroll that? There we go.
All right. Terrain here is a little more forested, but you would remember that it actually does go out into flat farmland after a point, as it gets closer to Vaxfall. It's about 3 leagues of farmland between Vax. So from Vaxfall, it's about 3 leagues of just pure farmland, and then it gets more sparse as you head into the forest. So you think...
Once we're out of the forest, it's flat.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, so let's keep normal till we get into the farmland and then just like haul it.
Okay.
That's what I think.
0, Downey.
So you're walking at a normal pace. Okay, so you cover the next league in 45 minutes. So you cover the next mile and a half, then the next league, total an hour, at which point the disc goes away. So you now have 5 leagues left.
I assume they're still behind us.
They are matching your pace and are also making sure... Basically, they're keeping you in sight and are matching your pace.
So they're probably going to go for a last burst at the end as well. Or just to Tanya Harding our shit.
Yeah.
Take notes, everyone.
Where's their banner?
You can see it being held on the back. It's being held by the person in the heavy armor looks maybe like their leader.
I forgot who had ours.
I believe it was Chungus.
We might have vetoed that for safety, but I don't remember to
I thought
whom.
we
Yeah, I
did.
think you have it, Graham.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, let's keep the banner to the front. Let's go then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we travel the next league in 45 minutes. So you have 4 leagues left. The forest is beginning to thin out. You are seeing more and more villages that are not as small as previous. These ones are definitely like a dozen or more buildings. And it looks like small farms, small ranches, but it's still not as flat and as just cleared out as it was when you were by Vaxball.
Okay.
Phil, why don't you try to take some shots? Take out their elk.
I was actually thinking, like, as the forest
Including
starts
your range,
to,
right?
as the forest
150
starts to
feet?
end, and we're gonna start our like sprint. Maybe you could just like drop some trees with a spell on the road to make them detour around a little bit.
From the
I
last
don't know how
time
illegal that is.
we tried, that did not seem to work too much, and they have elk that can probably jump right over a tree. But
How big
I
the
think
trees are.
150 feet or closer is well within people's range to fire some shots. No,
How far?
150. Don't you have like 300?
Let's see. It'll say in here.
He's on the floating
The
disc.
violence is our
Doesn't need
solution
to
to everything.
handle anything else.
Well-
If Chungus helps hold him steady, could get some good shots off. Tag an elk.
Maybe, but I reckon if we split our focus, we're inviting disaster on ourselves.
Yeah,
But we don't need to split
320 is
anything.
max.
They are just passive on the disc, not doing anything.
What do you want me to
Fifth
shoot?
full would be able to fire out max 320. It would be at disadvantage because it's beyond his prime range.
Worth taking some shots periodically. If you catch an elk, I
Go
mean,
for it.
you fucking crushed them in the last 5 leagues. They don't have shit.
The elk is their transportation.
Yeah, try to get that shit.
All right, I try to shoot their elk in the behind with an arrow.
Okay. Go ahead and make a ranged attack roll with the short bow at disadvantage.
Is he doing this stealthily?
Well, I mean, he's sitting on a floating disc. This isn't like
As stealthily as one can be flying through the air on a magic disc.
Like over Chungus's
An
shoulder.
old
a little bit.
halfling snipe turret.
That being said, that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fucking go hit that.
The next
one.
question is: this a sneak attack?
Or
this-
is it an assassinate? It's probably a sneak attack.
Get down, Mr. President.
I mean,
You could do the
Well, no,
assassin.
it's not. Like I fired at disadvantage, so it can't be a sneak attack.
Yeah, it can't be a sneak attack. It could be an It would be an assassinate though, because So you could add the extra or I guess what would it? It would double it. You would add you do the damage roll again.
would are these the guys that were like beating on the guards and shit in the PvP?
No, that was the champions.
So yeah, let's just call it a critical and say I did 20 damage. That probably knocks down an elk.
Yeah.
Severely maims an elk.
The arrow flies and just pierces the elk right through the throat, and it just collapses and tumbles over.
Well,
I assume that would also
Shoot in the
cause
leg.
the other deers to like panic.
Um,
Why not? Be silent. She'd be like,
Well, if they're
they might be trained
deer.
mounts,
And
though.
you're
They-
just sitting there, and you see brother John over here on your left that just dropped dead. What do you think brother Dan and Bob are gonna think?
some of the elks do try and freak out, but the person who's wearing like the grass manages to calm them down. The person with the robes, you can see him doing something, and then a small orb of fire appears in his hands, and he tosses it.
Ah, hell.
So Reggie and Zorus, please go ahead and make dexterity saves.
150
Okay.
feet spells? What do you got there? Damn.
Undead horse.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
Dex. Yeah,
For
did you make this particular undead horse block?
I did actually.
Then
Yeah,
I
that-
will
doesn't pass.
I don't know why you thought this was a good idea.
What a great idea. What, I want to know what this
Actually, you know what? I'll show it to
I
you.
hope you know that if the banner in any capacity is like busted,
There we go.
we can't win.
Okay.
They can't either, so just protect that banner. Wrap it up.
Considering
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and then look into whatever a regular horse has.
Graham
That's
has
more
the
or less
banner,
what it is.
if he fails,
It would be it would just be a flat d20.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Dex 10.
So that's
it's an 11.
okay. So they both fail. So that's 8d6 fire damage. Crap. Let me just do this twice.
D6.
Yep.
What?
yeah. When it was a bad idea, it was a bad idea.
Okay, so he does 31 damage to Reggie and Zorse.
Alright. Hang on, I gotta pull up.
I don't know what
That was a fireball.
yeah,
You should
I knew that was a fireball.
Let me pull up the horse stat
150
block.
feet range. Damn.
Yep.
Okay, a riding horse has 13 hit points, but I do have undead fortitude.
So Zorse would be able to make a
Con save of 5 plus the damage taken.
Who's getting counter spells? What the fuck? It's a little late.
Okay,
Don't you
so
have
it'll be,
counterspell? Why didn't you counterspell?
is it going to be 5 plus
I'll say anything.
31 to save versus getting destroyed?
I believe so, yes.
Well, he might roll a 20.
No, that's true. That's true, if he does.
He did not.
Unfortunately, counterspell is also only a range of 60 feet as well.
True.
Okay, so the next question is, with us seeing him doing this and then just the long distance it shot out at, do I have time to like realize I'm about to get nuked and then cradle the banner to my body as I fall?
Yeah, I figured
Twist
like
and
this
fall.
wasn't like this was aimed at your horses as a let's say a tit for tat.
Isn't Fireball a giant AoE? Wouldn't we all get hit?
Well, you struck the heads of the horses.
Okay.
Came out ahead of us and exploded in front like a blue shell.
I also don't have you guys like I don't have a battle map ready to like actually measure this out. So I'm just because they're
Well-
also not trying to murder you. They just plopped it like to only hit your horses.
People murder them.
Seriously?
I mean,
Get
this
up
one we
You
gotta
don't really
fight,
have
eh?
much to stand on right now.
Well, they are within range of Fiffle still.
I mean, just dig the whole grave and kill all their elk.
How
I
many
mean, it
elk we
seems like
talking
for
about
them
here?
and
Currently there are
it's a
2
run
left.
battle.
Are we in turn order?
No, this is more like theater of the mind. They're not really attempting to attack you either. This is more just a reaction to your attack.
It's like a run battle now. They gotta run, we gotta run.
You want me to
5
keep
leads
shooting
left,
your
is that where
elks?
we're at?
So, Ian, how does this work? Like, if one of us crosses with the banner,
All of you have to cross.
What if somebody dies on the way?
That would basically then you'd have to bring back the body.
Dang. Alright, well, Graham is going to get up and just keep moving, I guess now running with the flag.
Who was there with you? Kaito?
what's
Yeah, Kaido would be there.
hmm.
And I was with Ed.
Right now,
Who
the
could've predicted
no
this would happen.
right now no horses exist. Sir Reggie has gone back to heaven, and Zorse is a charred corpse.
But they-
I am
but they
going to
do
summon
have
Sir
elk, right?
Reggie again.
Okay. Well, that would take 10 minutes to summon Sir Reggie. Yes, but
I think we have that time.
Is
We
this
gotta
like
fight these
a
little
standstill at this point?
no, they're
Are they
moving.
watching us?
They're continuing forward.
Take their elks out.
hoes. Yeah, we gotta take out the transport.
Take their elks out. I'll summon Reggie.
If Fiffle would like
This is
to
pretty much
shoot the
doing that. Pretty much is jumping 2 legs into like a pile of shit.
if Yeah, if Fiffle would like to shoot the elks, once again it's a disadvantage, but they're within range. I mean, at this point they're only like 200 feet from you, so you could definitely get 2 shots on the elk before they're outside of your short bow range.
Well, if it's gonna slow him down, I'll keep peppering him.
Okay.
Give him a little pepper. A little fresh ground.
Yeah.
Little pepper now.
So I'll just do it twice, I guess.
Okay. Unfortunately, that first arrow misses, and the second arrow also misses.
Oh, look at those dueling knives.
Yeah, 200 feet ahead of us now?
They're 200 feet away from you.
Oh, kind of. Okay.
They're basically running. The elk you can see are walking at like they're trotting at a human like run pace, as the two members, it would be the person with the dark cloak and the person with the circlet and the studded leather armor, they fall off their elk. So basically,
What's the range of shatter?
one of them jumps back onto their elk, or the one elk that only has one person, but the other person is kind of running as fast as they can, and the elk are matching his pace.
What's the range on shatter?
Yeah, I wanted to do that when they walked in the
Shatter
clearing,
on
but
the
I
elks.
wasn't here for it, unfortunately. Not that much. I think it's like 60. Let me see.
Shatter on their flag.
That's like range is like 60 or something.
Yeah.
Shatter. Well, the flag, and I'm pretty sure the shatter will get their
60.
elk and the flag.
The shatter is only range 60, so they are well outside of the range.
I mean, how long before Reginald's up?
10 minutes.
No, I'm saying, like, how long has this like happened?
Oh, well, you just started, so only a minute's passed, and they're continuing forward. You have to sit still to summon Sir Reggie.
If we're doing that, can I spend another cast of Animate Dead to revive Zor's again?
Yes, you can.
Well, now I have a charred zombie horse.
More of Zor's flesh has burned away, especially along the head and the mane. Really, at this point, it's just a horse skull and attached to like the bits of flesh remaining.
Boy, I hope they don't have the kids out front when we come back through the gates. Come on, buddy, let's go. And that takes me 1 minute, I believe. Yes.
As Zorus returns to life, or unlife, I suppose, in this measure.
Attaboy, buddy.
Good boy.
Alright. 10 minutes pass. They are outside of your range after the course of 10 minutes.
Did you not shatter them when they ran by?
No,
I would have definitely shattered them when they were in that clearing, but
they made sure to stay like far enough away from you that certain spells couldn't hit, and also within range so that certain spells of theirs could hit.
yeah, they were probably waiting until the last moment to do that anyway.
Well,
So.
let's resume the chase and go fast. They're
All
going to be limited to sprint speed. What you should do, if you can't attack them while we're getting our mounts back, recast the disc now instead of waiting for it to elapse.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
true. Yeah, yeah.
So you recast the disc. Alright.
And then we just got to go full fucking tilt.
Yeah, we gotta get within range.
Alright,
Thing
so
is,
you...
that 150 fucking
I mean, we
range
can still
fireball.
beat them on speed now because they're going to be limited to one guy going on foot. So the fastest they can go is a human run.
The thing is, they can do the same thing to us again.
If they get close enough to us. They might not know that we got our shit back.
True, true. Well, let's do a Hestia scout real quick, see if we can get eyes on them.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Yeah, Hestia is able to see them. They are about half a mile ahead of you at this point. They're able to cover a decent pace.
Did they heal that other elk? Is that what happened?
Oh no, that thing died. Yeah, that arrow
They had
pierced.
3 elk. There was people riding it, and now they're not riding anymore. They're like walking pace with them. What are they doing?
One person, actually, at this point, somebody who is sprinting, the person in the dark cloak who is sprinting on the ground, has mounted an elk, and somebody else, it would be the person with the grass, is sprinting alongside the elk as fast as they can. The elk are matching their speed. So they're going definitely slower than they had been, but they're still moving forward.
Okay, we gotta take one more elk out.
I really don't know that we do. Like, we can just go full speed and just smoke them because we have our full speed retained, and they're down to one person at a run. They can't go at a gallop because they'll leave a guy behind.
Do you think we can maintain 150 meters away from them when they're ahead of us?
Probably.
I mean, I feel like
we
to
can
do that,
make
if we're
contingencies
parallel this
for-
way, we would really have to gut out, lose time, and come back. But we don't have that much time gaining. I mean, we could try if you want to be passive about it, but we could also try to stay 200 feet away, have the same disadvantage shots, taking shots on the elk, and be about as safe while still having opportunities to take them out.
if we can snipe them, they can fireball us, and if they
No,
do it again,
he's got
we can
range
get our
of
shit back.
300. Fireball's 150. That's double the range.
I feel like it's just inviting a repeat, because then if we fail to hit them with disadvantage enough times, they close the distance and then just fireball us again.
It's true. If we still have 5 leagues, then your theory would still hold up, no? It would just require, can you do that spell one more time with the horse and Reggie?
I don't believe I can, actually. Because I had to spend 1 animate dead at the beginning of the day to keep him under my control, and then I had to recast it now. So I'm out of 3rd level spell slots.
I mean, my only fear is doing what you're saying, getting ahead of them, and then they do a sprint at the last minute and do a fireball and fuck us up right at the end anyway.
I feel like with being able to go at a full horse gallop, we should be able to outmaneuver them pretty safely. Like, if they start moving towards us, all we have to do is move further away in that direction, and eventually we'll hit a straightaway where they just can't keep up with us.
So what's the safe distance you feel? 500 feet?
Don't know.
Because if double their range is still makes you feel safe enough to be able to adjust, half their double their range, so 150 feet of a buffer would give piffle shots, would keep us at 150.
I just don't even think we should try to take out another elk. Like, at this point, they have to go at the pace they're going. We either take out both their elks, or we take out no more elks, and they're going to be in the same boat. Because they're
going to be more exhausted the more elks we take. Even if we take one more elk out, they're like trading right now, so like they'll be more and more likely to be exhausted if not. I don't know. All right, whatever. Let's just do the pacifist route. Let's just hoof it race style and stay out of their range.
I mean, we got to move forward right now regardless, so we can find out. We can act accordingly once we get more info.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think? We need to defer a little bit at least to get out of this range. How far away from them do you want to be?
What does the environment look like around us?
It is thin forest, giving way to farmland.
Okay. I say we could probably use the forest to at least obscure ourselves, so they're like, all right, where'd they go? Did we leave them in the dust? And then we get out to the open farmland and we can just fucking book it.
All right, let's give it a go.
Okay. So you're gonna keep going at a fast pace then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cover the next league without issue. Over the course of 30 minutes. And then the next league, so you're at an hour's. You spend an hour. The disc dissipates. And you have 3 leagues left. You are able to get out of the forest, and at this point, you see that, yep, it's basically just mills and farmland as far as the eye can see, as well as being able to very briefly, like just squinting and peering, you can see just the peaks of the towers and the tall buildings of Voxfall far in the distance. It is, 9 miles away.
All right, full tilt.
Hestia scout.
Yeah, Hestia can scout if she'd like.
I feel like is a strong word for Hestia's feelings on scouting. It usually winds up with her becoming a pincushion.
Hestia will scout because she has to. Hestia does see them. They are... You were able to not only cover the distance that they had gotten in front of you, but you are now about half a mile ahead of them.
Well, let's try to open that up even further and just fucking go.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. So you take 10 minutes to resummon the disc, at which point So you take 10 minutes to summon the disc. You have 3 leagues left.
Full speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Rainbow Road shit.
Jumping on to the disc, you are traveling at full speed. Within those 10 minutes, though, they were able to cover the half mile by sprinting and swapping out the different members to ride on elk. So you do actually see them, and they see you. They're about 300 feet behind you and are doing their best. So the member who is sprinting jumps on one of the elks, and they are booking. Despite the added weight, the elk is actually holding on pretty well, and you are matched to each other. You cover the next league without issue, and then the second league without issue, with the 3 elks maintaining their speed behind you. You have 3 miles left. You can see not only the towers of Voxfall in the distance, you can see the walls. You can see people who are in the surrounding villages, the surrounding farms, mills. They're gathering together. They're cheering on the teams as you begin to enter the more populated area.
Okay.
And so they're 300 feet behind us?
Yep. But at this point, your disc dissipates. As you have spent another hour.
Might have to force the confrontation at this point, then.
They are making sure to stay farther back from you and kind of trying to go around you from what you can see.
Do we have any other tricks?
Yeah, Piffla should be taking shots. 300 feet. It's a low risk, high reward.
Well, we're not supposed to be
last time we
shooting
did a
at them,
low
are
risk,
we?
high reward. We sniped their elk and they fireballed us and put us into this situation.
That was at 150 feet. They were within range. Right now, they're not. Right now, they're going to blow past us if we don't stop them. If we stop them, then we got to fight either way. But right now, they just blow past us and win.
Well, maybe what we can do is can we mount people up without the disc? And then I guess we're going to have to do the sprint speed thing that they're doing. And then we can maybe look into shooting at the same time because we can put Piffle on a horse so he can take shots as we go.
So right now, all the members have mounted up with 3 people to 1 elk who is kind of shaking legs. Mechanically speaking, you would need to make Constitution saves to avoid exhaustion, and it would be a higher difficulty to pass that.
Okay. I'm just looking at shit I could do. We can probably do the sprinting rotation thing just to keep moving. But yeah, fuck. I'm looking at spell ranges myself now. I guess there's nothing for it. Fiffle can snipe. But
Okay.
I do.
I mean, it
I'll
is a
shoot
long
anything
shot,
I can.
but
Okay.
It's our best hope.
We've already
Um,
done a couple accidental murders. What's one more?
well, Fiffle, yeah, you can make a shot at the elks if you'd like at disadvantage, because they are like 280, 300 feet out.
Pew!
Well, that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. This would count as a assassination, because it's basically like you've broke contact and regained contact, so you can do your assassination if you like.
nice.
So, not to quibble with extra damage, but I feel
Do you want to just double it to 16?
that's probably best.
Okay. So you shoot another arrow out, and it just strikes an elk directly in the chest, and the elk tumbles. The other elk freaks out,
El Quadena!
and the person wearing the grass cape and hood is not able to maintain control. The elk just books it away from them, kind of kicking the off. The man in the robe, you see him, and he just does his, like, you see, like, the kind of magical runes appear, or runes appear in the air. And then he does something else, and a fireball appears in his hand, and he whips it at the horses again. Please make another dex save for Sir Reggie and for Zorst.
Okay. Hey!
Okay, so Zorst passes. And for Sir Reggie? Sir Reggie does not pass. So let me just...
Rough either way.
Okay, so Sir Reggie
Let's
takes...
just assume he's dead. Let's just fucking assume he's dead, because that's all that's gonna happen.
Okay, so Reggie is dissipated once again. Zorst takes 11 hit points worth of damage.
Okay, he has 2 left. By default.
Okay.
Or-
And then the remaining member, the Silverhawks, then just take off by foot. They are sort of in the they are technically in the league, but they're only like maybe 100 feet ahead of you.
Well, is that a fact? Let's see.
Why don't I switch with Piffle? You guys can try to snipe one more member, so they have to stop while we trot along behind, catching up.
Yeah, I should probably keep going with the banner on Zorus, if nothing else. Maybe not get
Actually,
out,
we
like-
should take your banner and you should go attack them. Use
Maybe.
Zor's and Piffle. Take one out so we can catch up if they're ahead. All of us have to cross that line, so whether you have it or anybody else.
Yeah. Though we could knock them out of the running if we could knock their flag to the ground, but they can do the same to us.
That's why I say we'll hold the flag. You take the horse, go try to knock one of them down, the
Yeah.
flag or a person or something, and then we'll keep trotting along behind, try to catch up. It's only 3 miles. 3 miles shouldn't be too bad, but this is it. We've got to engage if they have the advantage.
Let's see. So, yeah, okay, they're literally just sprinting it now. I'm just trying to look at my spell options and see if there's anything I can do.
He used 2 fireballs, so if he is similar level to me, that's no longer a threat. If he's higher, then, that's a problem. He might have more advanced magic.
Sufficiently advanced science. Fucking... I've got chill touch, but that won't actually do anything to slow them down. It's just kind of a cherry tap of damage. Trying to think of what else I could do. But yeah, I guess we could do the flag swap off, and I can just try to run out with Zorse and Fiffle on the back of Zorse, and we can spell cavalry and snipe cavalry at them.
Okay.
I think this is the best option, unless anybody else thinks differently. Ed,
All right.
Jeremy, Mike, no?
I can hear the elk in the distance.
Nice. How far away from them right now?
They're about 100 feet ahead of you, and they are 300 feet east of you.
100 feet ahead, he says, huh? Well, sorry, 100 feet ahead, and how many east?
300.
Oh, 300 east. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of string ourselves out if we want to go attack them.
Yeah, I think this will have to come into a fight, no? Unless you guys get a really good shot. If you can down one, that may be all we need. If you down one, then come back to us and we'll just hoof it and stay out of range. They would need to stop to recover someone.
So you guys keep sprinting it and keep that distance between you, and that'll keep the flag safe and most of the crew.
Yeah.
All right.
Tally ho.
Do it. Do it.
So,
those are my roommates.
On Zor's back, I guess Fiffle and Graham head off to bridge the distance.
Okay.
I shoot them.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does not hit any of them.
Figured.
How close are you getting?
Good question.
200.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well, if we've got a range advantage, if you're just slinging shots at them, if they get closer to me, then I'll trot something out. But for now, yeah, I could chill touch within 120 feet, but they're 300 feet away-ish. So we're just staying in bow range.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Everybody else full sprint?
Yeah, you can go full sprint. As you go across each mile, you'll need to make con saves to see if you get exhausted. And as
I'm
Fiffle,
summoning Reginald again. It's my last level 3 or 2, whatever.
Do you stay back and do that
Because I
one?
had the long rest, so this will be the second time, and that's it.
Okay.
10 minutes, 3 miles. I mean, you gotta run a mile in like 7 minutes.
I'm summoning Sir Reginald. The logic doesn't exist here.
As they fire, as Fiffle fires at them, they are going to fire back at Zorst. You see the person who's wearing the heavy armor, they pull out a longbow, pull the bow back, release, and... Oh, I'm sorry, that's a disadvantage.
I was about to
Already
say.
dead.
Well, he still hits regardless.
Okay. And I believe it is... I'll just do
Let
one
me break this down for you. If you do 2 damage, it goes down.
Zorst unfortunately gets struck with the arrow and collapses.
Well, Graham takes the fall with the flag again, and then gets up and starts running.
I thought you left the flag with me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Piffle rolls off the ground, I guess.
Bounce,
Okay.
bounce, bounce.
Here. Do this.
Yep, Fiffle's fine. Actually, Graham, can you get me a dex save? Or an acrobatics, if you'd like.
It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
You're fine. Both Fiffle and Graham are surprisingly able to tumble without issue and are able to kind of roll and get back on their feet without taking any damage.
Tumbling.
The members of the Silverhawks, after having knocked out Zorse, turn and they begin to just book it, as going as fast as they can, just sprinting towards Vaxval. The banner is in the air, it is fluttering, and they are they're just going. They're booking as quick as they can.
Okay, how far away is the banner right now?
About 200 feet from you.
Okay. That's going to be outside of my range, so maybe you could snipe, but I think it would take actions away from you actually sprinting. So at this point, it literally is a foot race. Until maybe Reggie comes in and just bowls through them out of sprint. I don't know. I'm low on ideas, guys.
Okay, well, what would you like to do? If you don't do anything, they're just going to get farther.
I'm literally sprinting it. Like, there's nothing else I can do, I don't think.
Okay, Graham is sprinting ahead.
For a moment. I'm definitely running, sprinting, tumbling. Whatever's needed.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Are they just sprinting? Otto is summoning Sir Reggie. What's Chungus and Lucian doing?
I think he's just trying to keep up sprinting.
Okay. Everybody who is sprinting, please go ahead and make con saves to see if you suffer a level of exhaustion. Okay. Fiffle is fine. Fiffle is light on his feet. He's able to just book it continuously without suffering any exhaustion whatsoever.
The good news is we should have relatively low DCs to start with because we haven't been. Oh dear. Well, that's what the halfling is for. Our token halfling.
Lucian is sprinting along just fine, no trouble. But yeah, Chungus can reroll that one.
Feeling agility doesn't play any part in this, right?
You could use it at the last. Like, you can book it. Like, you can keep going. Like, you can keep doing feline agility, but you're gonna get farther and farther ahead of the team. But you could do it to like cover a little bit more distance if you'd like. Unfortunately,
I want to do
Chungus.
that as much as possible.
Unfortunately, Chungus, you are just maybe it's just the excitement of everything that happened, especially, or maybe it is just that curse that has still been somewhat affecting you, and you are attempting to get used to your 20-year-old body, but you are having a hard time, and you suffer a level of exhaustion.
Dang it.
You're able to cover the mile, sprinting, in about 7 minutes.
So, is Reginald back?
No, not yet.
Hello.
As, at this point, you are... Yeah, right now, Sir... right now, Otto is about a mile behind. After a few more minutes, Reggie does restore and comes back.
I want to go at full gallop.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm going to pass Chungus really fast.
Well, Chungus and everybody else is about a mile ahead of you.
No, I'm saying, like, but he's exhausted.
That's true, yeah. Well, he can still keep running. Like, he's not going to lose, like, half distance. The other team, though, does seem like they are getting worn out by the running.
So
they're sweating heavily, breathing hard.
This is what I want to do.
Yep.
I want to grab Chungus and tell him to get on the horse, and I'm going to sprint ahead up. This is my whole plan to the other team, and I want Chungus to completely take his sword or whatever and cut their banner in half.
Okay.
And we just keep going.
If nothing else, it'll force them to slow down to respond.
Okay.
We gotta fight it.
Right. Have Reggie make a con save to see if you can sprint and cover the distance without him, getting exhausted. Yep, Reggie's fine. He's able to cover that distance, zero trouble whatsoever. Everybody else, go ahead and make con saves, please. As Otto. Yep, and they're fine. Fiffle, Graham, you were going pretty. Yeah, yes, please. Chungus, you're fine. You just you had to hit the wall. Lucian.
It'd be better to grab like Fiffle or watch. No,
Graham.
Use a luck.
You could use luck on this.
I'm just wondering which one would be easier, like to guarantee a hit on that banner.
Dice.
Bathroom.
Okay. So yeah, Fiffle and Graham and Lucian are starting to lose some steam. They have been booking a sprint. They've gone 2 miles now. You can see like the last mile. More crowds are here. People are kind of lining this trail and this the road to the city, and are watching the teams cheering you on. It's less a full sprint, maybe more of like a run, like during a marathon. And you see like the other team keep going. Chungus, you just had to hit the wall. Yeah, you're fine. You're just kind of like, hey guys. You just like running next to them, seeing them like panting, sweating. You're neck and neck with the Silverhawks. They're still about 200 feet from you. And at this point, Reggie, with Otto on back, gallops up and is now beside Chungus.
And Chungus jump on.
Chungus can attempt to mount Sir Reggie. To
will
do
try
so
to do
without
so.
slowing down, please make an athletics check.
We have to make this epic, Chungus.
Okay.
Dice roller's like, so what I'm hearing is 3 4s.
or a 1.
No, Chungus, you're able to get on. You're just do like that kind of like, you just put your
What is the
hands on
familiar
the
with riding a horse?
Yeah,
in this
Chungus,
case?
you like
Yeah.
grab on,
Chungus.
pull yourself up. Yeah, you Chungus, you're on. You're good.
I'm gonna direct Chungus to break their banner when we go by. If he means rip it off that guy's hands or whatever.
They're gonna start shooting before, but try it.
Who's shooting what now?
We're trying to run down and destroy their banner with Sir Reginald, Chungus, and Otto.
We're at 200 feet now. You said.
Yeah, you're neck and neck, but they are 200 feet like to your east.
Pivotal, take a shot.
Fiffle could take a shot, but he'd have to slow down to do so,
And it would be a disadvantage.
and it would be a disadvantage. Yeah.
I mean, what other gains do we have?
I mean, we've got the horse interrupt attempting.
Well, let's
Okay.
do both things.
Yeah.
I'll pot shot at them. I'll like pause in my running and
Okay.
take a
Go.
pot shot at disadvantage.
Let's go, Legolas.
Okay.
Well, you can
Well,
Oh, but
reroll
I
that.
can reroll one.
Worth a shot. Worth a shot.
But then, no matter what, you'll take the 11.
Oh right. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. You can go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't match any of their armor class, or exceed it. So yeah, the arrow just kind of goes wide. They're just gonna keep running. Okay. Sir Reggie and Otto and Chungus, you're attempting to attack their banner.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna probably spend more time maneuvering Sir Reggie.
Yep. Give me a animal handling to see if you can maneuver Reggie in a good position.
Since I'm spending most of my attention to that, can I get an advantage on that?
No, but you're not gonna get a disadvantage.
Nice.
It's fine. Yeah, you're able to maneuver Sir Reggie and are able to get in a position that will give Chungus an excellent attack against the banner, where he will suffer no disadvantage at all from, basically whacking this banner with his greatsword as you know.
I mean,
It's the
what's to
medieval
stop me?
equivalent of hitting a mailbox with a baseball bat from a car.
What- Okay, all right. So I don't need to roll at. I don't need to do this recklessly and roll at advantage in that way.
Yeah. Now you're about 80 feet behind them. So Reggie would need to sprint to cover that distance.
Okay. I mean,
Gotta be
we're
done.
we're all in at this point.
Yeah,
Alright.
we got it.
As
We're
you
literally out of other options.
as you're approaching from behind, the man in the robe stops, does wizard stuff.
Hang on. Do I still have my action?
No, your action was the animal handling.
Okay. Wait, let me check if this is a bonus action then.
Anyway, he stops. You can see his hands move. So I should say magic. He does magic stuff. And then he does one extra thing. And then...
Oh, wait.
What?
No, never mind. That's a bonus action. Hang on, is it? I gotta see. No, I thought it was a bonus action. The one where I can freeze somebody in fear if they fail a wisdom check.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
But I also don't know the range of that. Right now,
It's 60 feet.
you're 80 feet away.
Okay.
But anyway, he casts it's a spell you've seen before, actually, just normally against not you. Reggie will need to make a con save.
At least you rolled low.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Reggie takes the full 10 damage from a shatter spell.
But he's a warhorse, right?
You should be fine then.
Mostly. I think they have.
Fine is relative, but yeah, he should be still running.
I think he has 13 hit points, or something to that effect.
Riding horse did. I don't know if warhorse has a different
Hang
stat
on,
line.
let me check.
Let me double check real quick. Warhouse. Oh, I'm sorry. On average, 19 hit points.
We never did an HP roll on them.
I just do the average because if you had to roll it each and every time, it'd get really annoying. So I'm just doing the average for any and all summons.
You should be fine.
Well, he's a little less than halfway fine, but yes.
Half a horse he
fine.
used to be.
Okay. So Sir Reggie comes into range of the banner.
Destroy it, Chungus.
Chungus, you can make an attack roll.
At advantage, right?
No, just not disadvantage.
Me? Can I do it recklessly and do it at advantage?
Yes, you can.
Well, why wouldn't? Why wouldn't I do that?
Do it.
Can I also attack it like once he's done?
No.
Okay. Is it because of the animal handling?
It's the animal handling, yeah.
I want to give you a middle finger, but I
I
understand.
fucking agree.
Let's go, Mike.
Hang on,
Let's
I'm
go,
having some
Chungus.
iPad here. Give me one moment.
I'm at the edge of my seat here.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. Okay.
My bad.
Well, that does hit. Chungus, you can roll damage.
I did.
12.
Oh, 12, I'm sorry. So,
Plus,
yeah,
did
Chungus, you
get
just...
the barbarian bonus too?
No, I didn't rage. I'm not in rage.
Yeah, it also doesn't strictly matter because Chungus just cleaves right through
Nice.
the
I don't
the
think
wooden
it's standard.
pole holding up the banner, and the banner starts to fall. One of their members in the dark cloak takes a dive, and he's going to try and grab it, failing,
Ooh.
and
Nice.
they trip, stumble, and the banner just falls in front, hits the ground.
Ah,
The leader with the armor takes his longbow, aims it at Sir Reggie, and fires a longbow round at him, missing. I'm sorry. With the +2, it's a hit, barely,
Oh, it's a.
because armor
Wait.
class 11.
Wait, hang on. Let's do something here. Something. Oh, it's an action. Never mind.
So he does hit Sir Reggie for 7 hit points. Sir Reggie's still operational, but
Barely.
Local horse has extremely bad time.
Okay.
you see the person in the cloak who done the magic pick the banner up and start doing some magic on it.
Hey, Phil, take a shot.
Well-
yeah. Did they catch up at this point?
Yeah, everybody
no,
would be caught up. Like, you were all neck and neck, and you had to stop to, like, not only attack, but they also stopped to attack and pick up the banner. So you're technically in the lead with Lucian, kind of
if we're in the
sprinting.
lead, then let's keep running.
How?
But then they're just gonna get ganged, and then all of us have to cross.
Ian,
Just gang up on 2.
how
We're just as fucked.
how far? What's my distance from them right now?
You're almost right next to them. Like, you're right next to,
Okay, but I'm still like in movement, right? like in the gallop.
Yeah. Well,
And
you have to use the entirety of Sir Reggie's move. So the
it's like Sir
person.
Reggie. What I want to do is, as Sir Reggie's running, I want to point my thingamajiggy, the holy symbol thing, at the wizard and cast. Where is it? It's the channel divinity,
Mhm.
where I gotta get over here. He's feared for 1 minute.
Okay.
He has to pass a wisdom thing.
Okay. So we'll get a +1 to this.
Oh.
And also, while you're doing that, the person wearing the grass robe and hood, who is holding the broken piece of banner that Chungus slashed, casts a spell, and you see 8 giant wolf spiders appear in front and surround Sir Reggie.
Oh God.
Wolf,
Can
what?
I do?
Wolf spiders.
You can do reaction, but that's it.
A reaction to jump over them and keep going.
No, that's movement, and you have to use all the movement. So the wolf spiders, I'm just gonna attack.
No, like what can I do as a reaction in this case?
Anything that
Like
is
in
on
the-
your any on your character sheet that says reaction, like a spell or
Yeah, there's specific things like like as a reaction.
Like me casting shield is a reaction thing.
the giant wolf spiders are going to surround Sir Reggie. There are freaking mob rules, but I can never for the life of me remember.
Well, I'm glad you can't remember because Rich always does, and that shit sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's not great because there are basically 8 wolf spiders are attacking Sir Reggie with a +3. All right, yeah, they basically all, like, 5 of them hit Sir Reggie and do 1d6 + 1. Look, if Sir Reggie's gone, Sir Reggie just dissipates, and the wolf spiders just kind of surround you and Chungus and are just hissing at you. But they aren't making movements to attack currently.
Well, I assume the rest of us are kind of running in to get into the mix because we don't want to leave them stuck out even before the wolf spiders.
Yeah, we can't. We gotta
So-
fight this.
Let me see.
All this because you wanted to kill a deer. Just
I mean, it was going to come down to the wire one way or the other. We just
but
chose
it's like
violence.
this all disintegrated because of killing a deer or an elk or whatever the heck it is.
But it
You're
was going to
getting the
disintegrate
grand
with you
experience
thinking you were
there.
ahead at the last minute and them just taking it. Now it's actually neck and neck. They would have retained that advantage the whole time up until the end.
This was a self-imposed handicap.
Look, it's fun.
Yeah, consequences are fun. That's the important thing. As long as you're, silly about it or smart about it or one of those two.
I mean,
how
if we
close
stayed
can I
neck
get?
and neck the whole time and they just fireballed us right at the end, what would we have done?
Well, if we got that far, we probably could have kept up at a dead sprint, but it's hard to say. I think ultimately it would have come down to dramatic high stakes regardless of what we did, without necessarily winning or losing in the moment. That might be a little meta.
You could have actually easily won this if they got worse dice rolls and you got better ones, but for the most part, it was about the same.
You just described Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Well, it could have happened. It's just that, like, statistically speaking, which is kind of what I thought, they rolled about what you rolled.
Yeah, I guess it's nice that falls on both halves. Oh, that's disappointing. I've got all these cool thematic things, but they only do one very boring specific thing instead of things that would actually be pertinent to this.
You do all your taxes at once.
My God. Well, no, I've got like Ray of Enfeeblement, for example. Let me quote it. And it sounds like you could like, oh, cool, I could like sap their runner's strength, but like, no, I would just have his damage rolls.
I thought there was something. Oh, it's Ray of Frost that reduces their speed by half.
I
do
don't
have
know
that.
that I've got Ray of Frost.
I have that.
It might be something to keep in the bag. I do have blindness deafness, but I have to get pretty close to do it.
Yeah, that one's 60 feet.
We get a view of like where everybody's at. Perhaps some sort of crude.
I'm gonna have to give you
Line
guys.
drawing.
I'll have to give you a crude drawing.
I'm on board for that. I'm just having trouble with who's all where in the race.
Yeah,
right
who's
now.
on first?
Seems like Chungus and Reggie are behind them. They're just in front, and we're ahead of them.
All right,
We're
you
kind
guys are in green.
You guys, who guys?
Us.
The crossblades are going to be in green. So I'm just giving you all as one single group, rather than like bother with individuals.
That's fine.
So they are about here, and you're here, and so you're about 200 feet away. With
The goal is where?
right here. Basically this line. It's a mile ahead of you. Oh, also, Chungus and Otto are
So,
surrounded by spiders.
Like
I'm just
right within their group.
Yeah. Like, Chungus and Otto are right here.
So, what do giant spiders hate? I mean, can somebody summon a giant bird or something? Like,
If you had a druid.
yeah, we do.
And the finish line is this red line right here that is a mile away from you. And now, currently, they are moving ahead because they have been able to successfully surround Chungus and Otto with spiders, who are not attacking beyond hitting Reggie, but are simply putting the... Basically, they were surrounded in a circle around them.
What's the lateral distance there? Horizontal distance?
200 feet.
Have we had any chance while they were picking up their flag and casting spells on it and stuff to close that distance up?
Yep. But still, Otto and Chungus are surrounded by spiders.
I would shoot at spiders, but I feel like shooting at a spider will not really help that much. I could like wave my arms and shout at spiders. I could call them names like Lazy Lob and Addercop.
Points for the reference, sir.
Piffle does that. That's all he's got.
Unfortunately, spiders do not speak any language Fiffle speaks. They only speak spider. And they
super
Little do they know
puss,
they've been
just run past
savagely
them.
I mean, yeah, take opportunity attacks to push through them and keep running. It's the only thing I can think of to not get bogged down by spiders while they keep moving ahead.
Yeah, unless they have
I
like
guess that's the only thing
web
we can do.
spells and shit.
Just really just keep running and get attacked.
I mean, I can use sapping sting on the run to try to make things face plant, but I got to be within 30 feet to do it. And it's one of those things where, like, do we want to be running or do we want to be not running?
No, we want to be running.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is Otto and Chungus doing? You're currently surrounded by spiders, so you're not moving. The spiders aren't moving to attack, but they're not letting you by.
Chungus sits down patiently.
Okay. What does Otto do?
I'm gonna. What is this stupid thing? I'm gonna armor myself and run right through them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna encourage Chungus to get up.
Piffle definitely charge.
Let's do his youth
Come
back.
on, Chungus, charge!
Armor of Faith.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have three of the spiders attack Otto. So add a +3 to this. One spider misses. One spider hits. Another spider misses. Okay, so the spider that hit is going to do 1d6 plus 1 times 2 damage. So he does 4 damage to Otto.
Okay.
Oh, and Otto, can you make a con save, please?
Sure. What
Well,
else?
spiders are poisonous? That's illegal.
Spiders aren't allowed to have poison. They have to use guns like in a man. Unfortunately, Otto, you take 2d6 poison damage, taking 11 poison damage. But you do push through. You push through the spiders. They aren't really making any move to follow you.
They probably just got ordered to hold us back, and then like, well,
Does Chungus continue to sit patiently, or does Otto's encouragement
Sorry,
help?
guys, I can't really pay attention to this right now.
Okay. Otto, or I'll say Chungus does follow Otto.
Let's say Piffle climbs onto Chungus and he's like, "Come on, Chungus, charge!"
Chungus does have the charge
Chungus
feat, so
charges.
Chungus charges through the spiders. The spiders, now that nobody's around them, kind of just walk away doing their own spidery thing. They're simply animals. Okay, so everybody go ahead and make con saves, please.
Jesus.
I will roll for Chungus. Oh, that should just been. It's a 13. Okay. So, yeah, you're falling a
one more
little.
luck?
Yeah, you can do luck. Yeah, you're falling behind. So, but they're also getting very tired. And they're not able to stay necessarily perfectly straight, so you actually are within 60 feet of them. But you can see the finish line coming up. You see like a massive crowd cheering on people. You're about 300 feet from the finish line. As you have covered this last almost mile. The flag is held high in your hand. Their flag is held less high in their hand. And it looks like it has become cleaned of, probably through magic after having hit the ground.
Yeah.
But you're within 60 feet of them. What would you like to do?
That is a good question.
Let's win. How do we win?
Yeah, I'd like to win, please.
You cross the finish line before they do.
Hooray! That was easy. Why didn't we just do that first?
So I'll say they're just a smidge ahead of you. But only a smidge. Because they rolled actually about what you rolled, guys.
I guess I'll keep sprinting.
Piffle is going to attempt to deceive.
Desecrate their flag.
He's going to say, "Oh my God, look, it's a dragon."
Fiffle, please attempt a deceive roll.
Aha.
It's very deceptive, and you actually get a few members of the crowd to look at the dragon, or what they think is a dragon. But the other members of the team are 60 feet away and are having a hard time hearing you, and don't quite hear.
It's a kite.
I tried.
I'm gonna keep sprinting.
Okay. Would anybody else like to try anything?
There we go.
Nice.
Otto pulls ahead very well.
Is this sprinting just my whole action here?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's the whole action, I guess I'll just try to sprint it.
Okay. I'll roll for Chungus. I'll just need one from Fiffle and Lucian.
Somebody pushed that wizard into the ditch. Well, wait, no, Fiffle's on Chungus.
Oh, yes, so never mind
Oh,
then.
yeah, I am riding Chungus.
Just Lucian then.
Hooray.
Just Lucian then.
Do shenanigans on their fucking banner.
Okay.
That's luck.
Yeah, it has to be attacked.
All right.
Piffle tries to shoot their banner with an arrow.
Hey.
Well, it doesn't matter because they rolled shit, or at least shittier than you guys, because you pull ahead,
Ah!
and the exhaustion gets to them. They fall behind 10, 20, 30 feet, and you cross the finish line through the gates, and you have won the gauntlet.
Shut the
I'm tired.
fuck up. Holy shit.
God damn, old man.
I thought for sure we were going to have to fight that. Oh, sick.
The crowds are going insane at you crossing the gauntlet with the banner held high. The Silverhawks finish walking. Yeah, they have their fans cheering them on. They're holding. They were able to mend the banner back to its post, so it is being held high at this point. But they do cross the finish line about a minute or two after you guys do. The audience
Pickle
is.
grins with pride as he considers how the crossblades will soon commercially exploit these newfound fames.
But yeah, the city is going insane with cheers. It is deafening. Like alcohol, beer, steins are just flowing as everyone has stayed behind. And I think this is a good place to leave it, and we will pick this up next week.
Ooh.